Hey, it's Malachi Church versus State. This was an interesting one. That is Revelation 7. It talks about, we're dealing with, in 6, we're dealing with the horses. And I believe we are in the black horse. It's a financial collapse. And then, of course, we have the pale horse that comes next. And, well, it kind of ties into what's going on now. And so he'll soon follow. We've already had the red horse. We've had wars since, well, for quite a long time actually, but more so within the last 15 years, especially after 9/11. I'm not going to get into that, but what I want to get into is in 7, where it talks about hurt, not the seas, the trees, or things of this nature until we've marked her 144,000. And that is the 12,000 from each tribe of Israel, or Jacob, whatever you want to call it. And it's a really interesting thing, because if you're like me, you're kind of a YouTube junkie. And I know some of you might know this and some of you may not, but I do work for an environmental conservative association and conservation association. I should be accurate, I guess. And so, there are some things that come across my radar every once in a while, and one is the the sky. If you look up in the sky around here, see we don't have the chemtrails. I don't want to get too conspiracy on people, but there's, in my opinion, there's a lot to that. So I think at some point in time, God's blessing or His protection on this earth, as far as what we see, because as we see in some of the battles, the half the sea goes dead and the ships are turned over, and we see the grass being burned and a different passage, and we see all these different aspects of the water turning bitter. And I think it's God kind of almost like He did when His Son was being crucified. There was a time when I think He had to turn His back, and that's when Christ felt the emptiness and, said, "Why hast thou forsaken me?" And He never forsaked him. He just couldn't look. It's like, you see people, they can't bear to look at something that they know is going to happen. They close their eyes. It's just kind of a reaction. But when God has to close His eyes or repent Himself, bad things happen, because His grace leaves for a moment, whether it's a blink of an eye moment, which is biblical too, or if it's anything more than that. The last time He repented Himself, of course He's done it a couple times, but the one that comes to mind is Genesis 6, where sons of God came in and He had to repent Himself, and then He had to flood the earth and start anew, basically. And then of course the time when He was leading out the Israelites from Egypt, He repented Himself there. But there's going to come another time too where He's going to do it again, and because of that, many of the protections we have won't be there. And the things that unfortunately our government is doing and people are doing that are really evil in a sense. I mean, you can't mix words with what they do. It's just pure evil. Protection won't be there, and we will feel the full effect. And unfortunately, it's going to be a hard time for a lot of people. However, God did promise that, hey, He'll protect His own. I did an album in 2012, and the first words out of that were, "For the ones who love me, I'll protect thee, just like a father that holds his young." So I would say to you, you need to repent and be baptized. Start getting closer to God. Let Him comfort you, because there's going to be times where you're going to think He's not there, and you're going to have to be able to reflect back on the times that He did comfort you and know that He is still there. And because time's coming, and it's good. You think it's bad now, economy-wise? Woo! Wait, it's gonna really get interesting here pretty soon. But that's about it. I think that's enough for today. I got to get back, finish out some work on the new album. And you guys have a good one. This is Malachi Church vs. State. Support my music ministry. I'm starting to put songs at the end of every one of these things, and that way you can hear what I do. If you're interested, great. If you're not, well, I don't know what to tell you. But I can't please everybody. And if you really knew me, you'd know that I really don't try to. I am me, you know. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I'm respectful to people. I open doors when nobody's looking. You know, that's who I am. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot of people that like to say a lot of different things about what I do, or email me they don't like this or whatever. You know, let me just save you some time. I don't mind arguing with people and making points clear, but in reality, you don't hurt my feelings, and I don't lose any sleep. So I've spent a lot of years in the Word, just in reflection, spending time with the Lord, and actually listening and knowing what my position is, what I'm called to do, and what I'm not called to do. And I'm pretty secure in that fact. And so therefore, it's probably best just to, if you're seeing something or hearing something that I say, make sure you get your ducks in a row before you start arguing with me, because I will argue back to a point. I'm not going to do it forever. I don't have time to. And anyways, after a while, it's kind of pointless. But other than that, hey, if you got kids, give them a hug because they need it. If you got parents, give them a call because they want to hear from you. Whether you want to hear from them, it's irrelevant. Sometimes people will fight about things, and you know, years later they have no idea what they're fighting about. So don't let that happen to you. And if you got a neighbor, which I know you do, everybody does, go see them, because when times get tough, you might need them. And you know, you don't want to be that kind of person that's just hanging around somebody just because they got something. You want to be that kind of person that's there because you're a good person. You may find you a friend. That's the right thing to do. Malachi signing out. Bye.
I'm alone through these endless sounds I see. This is my home. Here I roam. Before me, it looks like a sea, but I can't go back to the slaughter. So I push on, try to be strong, lift up my eyes, keep straight on my course, but I'm growing weak without water. Someone save me. Please save me. Stranger in, stranger in, strange land. Have I been here before, thrown from the shore to dream? like water. Who will draw me from this endless sea? I'm a stranger in, just a stranger in this strange land. What's this I see right before me? A woman that's drawing on water. Will she save me?